It's no secret that completely baffling people with absurd premises and ridiculous statements is something me and the boys find absolutely hilarious. Ashtrays being beloved family heirlooms, Sean the horse, Gay Tuesday, and many more I'm sure I'll do videos on in the future. But if you were to ask me, Ducky, what's the most memorable time you pulled the wool over somebody's eyes with your odd sense of humour? I'd have to say, it's probably this story. So, it was the weekend and I'd just gotten home from work at 10 PM. Another one of those fantastic perks from working in a movie rental store. Honestly, I think that job is what made me a night owl. Hard to think when I was a kid I used to drive my family insane with how early I used to get up at. Be like 7 in the morning and I'd rattle the house awake raging at early morning cartoons.
No, Ash, not Thunderbolt. You're going against the rock type, you dopey plank.
Ducky, will you shut up? I'm trying to sleep.
Well, Ma, he's been doing this for 3 years and he still throws Pikachu out for every fight.
Well, I'll throw a pick at you if you don't shut the fuck up.
So I'm chatting with the boys in the kitchen and like clockwork the conversation turns to whether or not we should head out in the sauce. God, I miss living with the boys. Their suggestions are always so much better than women's.
Hey, I was thinking this summer we could take a trip to Poland and visit Auschwitz. I think it could be a really nice holiday. Krakow is supposed to be lovely and we get to see what those poor people went through in the Holocaust.
That sounds like a really depressing thing to spend money on. Like when I think holiday, I'm more of a cheap cocktails, bikini ladies, nice food kind of guy.
Oh, come on, please.
Oh, fine.
Drinking vodka and tea, and the kick drum is knocking.
Hello?
Well, lad, we're going to spend the summer drinking, watching movies, and making disparaging remarks about each other's genitals. Are you in?
Hey, listen, about Poland. So needless to say, we're heading out. So I ring Connor and Tony to get them on board. But I'm feeling a bit anxious. A good night out really hangs on everybody being there and being in good form. And it was already fairly late at night and super short notice, so I could be interrupting something important, or since we're calling late, they might think that we're using them as a last resort or something. So I was a little bit apprehensive when I spoke to them and explained the plan as soft to them as I could. Right, so good luck.
What did they say?
They said they are men, and as such, they're not frightened or defensive about sudden plans. Then they called me a bender and told me they'd be on in about an hour.
An hour? My God. I mean, if you take away the time it'll take for us to get showered, changed, and presentable, that only leaves us with 55 minutes to pre-game drinks.
Was that it? Get at least 3 digs in at women, yeah, that was it. Just gotta do a dad joke and we've a clean run at the night.
How could we have a clean run at the night if we haven't showered yet?
What do you mean? Oh!
Yeah.
That was good.
He was quick. He was quick on that one. And tick. Now, I'm single at this point, and apart from one fateful night where my expectations were deflated, I haven't had the pleasure of having my flute played in a while. And considering I was a young man with a young man wang, I was taking that about as well as could be expected.
It's okay, lad.
I'm going to die a virgin.
But you're not a virgin, lad. That's literally impossible.
But what if it resets if it's been too long?
That can't happen. Can it?
I don't know. I've never actually considered it.
Well, Lara, come here to me. What are you doing later? Well, change of plans, because you're doing PJ. No, not BJ. Actually, you know what? That's a better idea.
So tonight I'd have to find myself a skilled flautist. And to do that, I need to put some effort in. So I throw on my best shirt. And that was it. Now, myself and Heff are in the same boat in terms of going out looking for a willing soup to dip our bread in. But I didn't realise just how in the same boat we were until we walked out of our rooms. Hey, you're looking good, lad. I like your style.
Me? Look at you, lad. You're looking sharp.
We're just a pair of sexy bastards, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
God, I love being a man. So now, twinned with Heff, we reconvene, throw on some tunes and enjoy the ancient tradition of getting as much booze into you as you can before you hit the club and have to pay twice the price. Eventually, Connor and Tony arrive on and it's become clear that somebody has pulled a Tony. And that somebody is Tony. He's already wobbly. Turned out he thought we'd been at it for a while when he got the call to go out in the sauce and decided to play catch up by kicking things off with Russia's finest tap water, which considering the rest of us were just drinking beers, kind of made him stand out a little bit. But nothing we could do about it at this point, so we just had to roll with it. So after we have one for the road, we start making shapes and start heading out the door, when we get this haunting feeling that we're forgetting something. We're actually making pretty decent time considering how late we planned this. We're actually heading out the door at the usual time. What are the chances of that?
Yeah, usually at this time we've only stopped giving PJ shit for holding us up with his last minute shit.
Fuck. I'll do it. The taxi's outside, lad.
Grant, will you
Make him hang on so you can go for that shower that you could have taken at literally any point today. Yeah, I know the drill.
Grant!
So eventually we make it to the club and face off yet again with the final boss and determining factor of any young man's night out with his friends. The dreaded, and oddly almost always bald, bouncer. Will we be greeted with open arms and smiles, grateful for the substantial patronage only a group of lads can offer a small town bar? Or will we be refused because we don't have any women with us because they live in the world where you need to bring a couple of quarter pounders in your pockets before you're allowed inside a McDonald's? Well, we quickly get our answer because guess who can't get in? Me. Nah, I'm just faking you out. No, it's Tony. Of course it's Tony. Who else would it be? Let me guess. He got refused for being too sauced, I hear you say. No, that's what I thought initially too. But in typical Tony fashion, it was something that could have been easily avoided. The dope has no ID. And it's not like he forgot it. He simply doesn't even possess one. Which annoyed me to no end because now he has me siding with the bouncer.
Sorry, lads. F***ing bouncers, eh? Typical.
Oh yeah, definitely his fault. Especially the part where he turned up idealist with a close shave and a child's legs.
Well, it's not my fault.
Oh no, you don't. You can't keep blaming the Vietnamese for everything. Eventually you need to take responsibility for your own. For God's sakes, lads, calm down.
Yeah, leave it out.
We'll just head to a different spot. It'll be grand.
What different spot? This is the only late bar in town. Every other place is going to be closed in an hour.
Well, somebody's going to have to stay with Tony.
Oh no. I did my bit last time in Cork when Tony had convinced himself he was John Wick. I'm off the clock for tonight. I'll mind him. You go on ahead. I'll meet you back in the house.
I'm gonna go with you.
Don't you want to head in with the boys on the hunt?
If it means I have to give that shithole of a club any of my money, I'd sooner see out the rest of me night with me lead in me hand.
So the boys wander off to a different pub, and myself and Heff look down at our sniffer knobs and follow the scent. Once we were in there, we each deploy our own hone skills at attracting women. Heff, being the natural charmer, jumps straight into chatting up strangers, while I apply my ultimate, tried and tested move of drinking until drunk Ducky turns up and does that thing where I wake up with a stranger in my bed. But after a while, Heff returns with no success, and drunk Ducky wasn't answering his phone, so we decide to hit the smoking area to take a break from the onslaught that the senses only small town DJs can provide. Oh yeah, turn it up. That song hasn't already been beaten to death by the radio in the last 3 months. Come on, lad. You're a real pioneer of the DJing world, eh?
Let it go, lad.
You'll be remembered with the greats, no doubt.
You'll get us kicked out, lad. Come on.
But he's already played it 3 times. I know, lad, I know. It's just a glorified Spotify playlist. So we're hanging in the smoking area like two legends with giant willies do when they're hanging in a smoking area with their giant willies and they're also legends. What's with that sentence? Fuck you, that's what's with it. This is my video. If you don't like it, get your own. When we spot 2 attractive women from across the way. Were they actually 2 characters from an anime I watched back then? Or has the heavy drinking over the years caused some of my unrelated memories to blur together to the point I can't distinguish fiction from reality? We may never know. But what we did know was they had an air of shaft hunger about them. And we were the top 2 shaft dealers this side of that table. So myself and Heff wander over to him, and him being the conversational natural of the 2 of us, strikes up a conversation with them, which was met with an immediate venom-tipped remark of,
Why are you wearing matching shirts? Are you gay or something?
No, I won't lie. We were both a bit caught off guard by this. Not by the harsh comment. We all know women have no feelings. We were just a bit baffled by how they made that leap. I mean, sure, if they stumbled across me inflating Heff in a bathroom stall, that'd be a fair indication that I've defected to the other side. Would also indicate Heff's doing quite well in life because I wouldn't be cheap. But matching shirts being an indication of being gay? That was new to us. So given that their attitude towards us was pure bitter from the off, the manner in which they spat that gay remark at us, and the current look of disgust painted all over their faces, we'd seen enough red flags to make the call. It's rare, but sometimes as a man you just gotta say, this beaver isn't worth a damn. So we looked at each other, nodded with a platonic understanding, glared back at the women and told them,
Yeah. What?
we are gay. I've never seen a woman's face soften so quickly. They were surprised by the answer on the outside as we were on the inside. Now, they definitely smelled treachery in the air from this declaration, and that came in the form of follow-up questions. But myself and Heff were committed at this point, and were masters in this particular craft of humour, so we were quick.
Are ye really gay though?
Yeah, sure, we're only mad for the pipe. Yep, we're gay as fuck.
Sorry, it's just, you don't seem gay.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I can bend me wrist and show you a picture of the new shoes I bought for my pocket poodle if that'll make you feel better.
Oh, stop it, Ducky. You know she didn't mean anything by it. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to. It's just, I thought it was a joke.
What's a joke? Us?
No, that's not what she meant at all. Will you stop putting your foot in it?
Now, I'd like to say we dropped the ruse and used that opening to chat up the girls and take them home, but we never did drop it. We were having way too much fun with it. We tormented those poor girls for about an hour at least. Being gay in the straightest possible way.
Oh, my stomach's feeling a little bit dodgy. I knew I shouldn't have had that fairy cake before I came out.
You weren't the only one who had a fairy cake before he came out, if you know what I mean. Huh? Nice. Disgusting them at every turn.
So do you fancy Ryan Gosling then?
Nah, go away with those girly shaved men. I prefer a man with the kind of back I can really run my fingers through. Yeah, he's an old romantic like that. And making the odd subtle remark at them that they'd spend the night over analysing. Yeah, I've been dieting for a while now, but it's hard to shift that last bit of belly fat. You know, this bit here. But hey, we'll get there in the end, huh? Unfortunately, we had lost sight of him at some point and the night came to an end. And as we were leaving the club, you'd be forgiven for thinking that we were upset or disappointed that we were going home to a cold bed and a full bag, let down by the failed hunt. But surprising, even to us, we were laughing our arses off. Because we weren't leaving empty-handed. Oh no. In fact, we had gotten something more valuable to a man than any slit on stilts. We had gotten a good f***ing story. Hey, would you really go for a hairy lad if you were gay? Yeah, probably. I mean, if you're going to be gay, it has to be a proper man, like. Otherwise, you're just pretending. How about you? Whoever the man is most women want to get with, so I could always bring it up and rub their faces in it. You answered that quick. Gotta be ready. Soon as science figures out how to turn people gay and I don't have to deal with women anymore, I'm gonna be on that like a birthday suit on Sean. A birthday suit on Sean? Yeah. Naked. Oh, you squeezed one in. Up top.